Welcome to Citizen Briefs at 4. My name is Wycliffe Orandi. President Uhuru Kenyatta has called on the youth to pass the BBI-initiated constitutional reforms. Speaking to the youth in Kasarani, the head of state rallied them behind the proposed changes that he says will introduce tax holidays for the youth who engage in small and medium enterprises. President Kenyatta further warned the youth against falling prey to politicians who mislead them for their personal gain.
Sasa vijana mkiambiwa BBI ni ya Uhuru, hii pesa mnataka ikae kwa mifuko yenu ama mnataka KRA ichukue? Mnataka gani? Iingie kwa mifuko? Na ndio kama huyo msichana ametuambia hapa, muweze kuandika vijana wenzanu na hawa pia waweze kujisimamia na kusimamia familia zao. Au ni namna gani? Si ni hivyo? Wenzetu, mjue kujisaidia na mjue kusimamia haki zenu, sio kudanganywa na kupatiwa na kutupiwa. Anyway, wache hiyo.
Sticking with matters BBI, Turkana County has this afternoon passed the BBI Bill of 2020, becoming the county number 41 to pass the bill, and joining Kericho and Wajir counties which passed the bill early in the day, becoming the 39th and 40th assemblies. Kericho County joined the bandwagon of counties in Rift Valley that have adopted the BBI bill after voting was done by acclamation this morning. A section of the ward representatives noting that the move was for the good of Kericho residents, while a significant number of them opposed the bill. In Wajir County, 36 MCAs voted in favor of the bill, with just one ward representative opposing it. Wajir Governor Mohamed Abdi, who was present at the assembly during the debate, expressed optimism in the Building Bridges initiative, saying the gains that Wajir County will receive will be many if Kenyans vote for the changes in a referendum.
This county supported the bill that was, initiated by His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, Uhuru Kenyatta, and Right Honorable Prime Minister Raila Amolo Odinga.
We are aware the revenue allocation has been increased from 15% to 35%, meaning that Wajir right now, as we talk, we are getting 8.5 billion Kenya shillings from the national government. And if this BBI is passed, then Wajir will realize a further 6 billion, totaling to 14 billion Kenya shillings.
It's not related to 2022. This is mambo tofauti, and it enhances devolution. Inaleta mali chini kwa raia wa kawaida na itatusaidia kama jamii, especially wale watu mahasala wa chini, ndio itawasaidia kwa zaidi.
Na kwa hivyo kama kaunti ya Kericho tumepitisha na hatukulazimishwa na mtu.
Elsewhere, BBI Secretariat co-chairs Junet Mohammed and Dennis Waweru have announced the start of the BBI public popularization rallies next week. Speaking at the Secretariat offices, the two said the road to the referendum, with the majority of county assemblies endorsing the Constitution of Kenya Amendment Bill 2020, has started.
Put this document at the referendum. As you know, referendum is just like an election. We have to go out there and campaign. So we are prepared for the campaign. We are now, in 2 weeks' time or 3 weeks' time, when Parliament passes the bill, we expect IEBC to give us a date for the by-election, for the referendum.
And I'm sure the MCAs have not stopped the campaign now. In fact, they are more energized now to go to the people.
National Assembly, they are also selling the same propaganda. We have the numbers. We want to tell them, wait for the next hurricane, because you know who are the true people who are progressive, and people want to see a united country.
And we want to encourage all the key leaders to remain focused the way they too are focused.
And we know very well that this is a document that is going to bring resources to our counties, 35%.
To other news now, victims of the multi-billion Goldenscape greenhouses scam say they will commence private legal proceedings against the firm if the Directorate of Criminal Investigations does not take action within the next 30 days. The victims, through their lawyers, have blamed the DCI and the Office of the DPP for laxity in investigating and prosecuting the directors of Goldenscape for the economic crimes they committed. The victims want the company to pay back their money, amounting to a total of 18.86 billion shillings.
As a result of the default, lives have been shattered, homes have been broken, and lives have been lost. Justice delayed is justice denied. The DCI and the DPP have been lax in investigating and prosecuting the perpetrator of these heinous economic crimes. Numerous visits to the said offices have borne no fruits, and it seems the DCI and the ODPP have been holding briefs for the Goldenscape Limited.
It is only fair that Mr. Peter Wangai and his co-directors be arraigned in court as advised by the DPP. The mandate of the DCI does not include holding brief for criminal suspects within their corridors or offices and tilting the scales. Let them arraign Mr. Peter Wangai and his co-directors so that the courts will now be able to supervise any restorations or any repayments.
To some sad news now, 24-year-old man from Webuye in Bungoma County who had turned up for the police recruitment exercise on Monday has died. Nelson Wafula from Chetambe village of Webuye East constituency collapsed during physical exercise of the recruitment drive at Webuye Rai Paper Stadium. He had run 3 laps in the pitch but collapsed and was rushed to Webuye County Hospital where he had been receiving treatment until this morning. The hospital medical superintendent, Dr. Simon Kisaka, says Wafula could have died of an unknown heart problem subject to medical investigation. On Monday, another 26-year-old police aspirant died during the physical exercise at Bokoli Primary School in Webuye West constituency, still in Bungoma County.
Mtoto yangu akakimbia tu akamaliza. Nikaona sasa mtoto yangu amekaa tena akalala. Sasa wakati ya kuenda kumwangalia wakasema wakaona haka na faint. Wakaanza kumfanyia first aid. Sasa ni polisi wakasema afadhali wampeleke kwa district ya Nyayo district hospital. Akapelekwa hapo alafu akawekwa kwa maji. Sasa hiyo ilisaidia mtoto ndio akarudisha ile fahamu yake. Hata tukazungumza tena hivi na yeye, hata askari walipeleka hapo akakuja wakaanza kumhoji. Sasa baada ya hapo tena nguvu tena ikamwishia. Baada ya 1 hour nguvu ikamwishia. Nikaita madaktari kuja muangalie tena hiyo kijana, mbona shida yake tena ni nini? Daktari wakakuja lakini hawakuniambia shida ni nini.
Kaenda hospitali nikapata mtoto anaongea. Akaniambia mama nipe maji. Mtoto akakunywa kwa maji kidogo, tukaleta maziwa, mtoto akakunywa vizuri. Na akaniambia mwili amekuwa na nguvu huku mbele, lakini huku chini miguu yake ni kama haikanyaki chini. Nikamwambia afanya kufanya hii miguu ukinyorosha ili miguu ipate nguvu. Mtoto akafanya hivyo. Nikamuacha mtoto huyu akiwa kwa nafasi nzuri. Kwenda nyumbani, asubuhi nikashtuka wakinipigia mtoto amea.
The family of Beatrice Wanjiru, whose body had been detained by Outspan Hospital for close to 60 days of unpaid hospital bills amounting to 1.6 million shillings, can bury their kin after the hospital granted them a waiver 2 weeks after Citizen TV highlighted their plight. At the Outspan morgue in Nyeri town, emotions ran high as the family members and friends converged to receive the body of their loved one for burial close to 2 months after her demise due to lung cancer. The reality of death kicking in despite the relief of having the burden of the bill removed. They sang in celebration at the realization that they can finally bury their mother, with many expressing gratitude that the wait for the funeral was finally over.
Leo tulikuwa tumekuja hapa Outspan kukujia mama yangu ili aweze kupumzika siku ya leo. kwa sababu alikuwa amekaa kwa muda kama miezi 2 hospitali mochari. Sasa siku ya leo sisi tuko na furaha kama familia, tukifurahia pamoja na marafiki zetu, tukienda kupumzisha mama yetu nyumbani. Sasa tunashukuru sana.
Shukuru sana. Sana. Tulikuwa na shida mingi, hatukuwa tunalala, tunakuwa tunasumbuka kila wakati, tukitafuta hizo pesa, tukikaa mwaka mzima ili tusione. Lakini Mungu ni mwema, tumeshukuru, tumesema asante.
Mimi asante sana kwa Royal Media Services kwa sababu wakati jambo hili liliangaziwa katika runinga ya Inoro na runinga ya Citizen na hata kutangazwa katika Inoro Radio, hii mambo kulianza kuwa na njia ya kufunguka, na tunashukuru sana kwa sababu ya intervention. Mungu awabariki, ametumia kama instruments. Alafu nishukuru hospitali ya Outspan Hospital, the management yote kwa sababu ya huruma. Mungu awabariki.
Let's now look at the latest COVID numbers. And 280 new COVID cases have been reported within the last 24 hours from 4,919 samples tested, raising the caseload to 104,780 according to Health CS Mutahi Kagwe. The youngest of all of those infected are a 3-year-old child, while the oldest is aged 89. Kagwe says unfortunately 2 patients have succumbed to the virus, raising the death toll to 1,839, while at the same time 713 patients have recovered from the disease, bringing the total recoveries to 86,378. Let's now look at some sports news. And Chelsea made a huge statement of intent with an important 1-0 win away to Atletico Madrid.